What is up, guys? Anthony Davis here. I'm getting ready to do my Power Rangers update number 4. You guys knew it was coming. I'm sorry I've taken so long with making my 4th one. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's just get to it. Let's see. We finally got a release date of when Power Rangers Megaforce is going to premiere. It's going to be on the 2nd of February. It's just really early because we haven't seen any promos for it or anything like that. Because you know how Samurai, they basically hyped it up first. Maybe they're trying to wait till the last minute to hype it up. Because we don't want to hype up a series and then it's gonna be crap. I guess they're taking the opposite direction of how to promo this series. I actually kind of appreciate though, but I do want a promo or something of the characters. I want to see a little bit. You ain't gotta show me much, just a little bit, of interaction with the Rangers and stuff, and all that stuff. And apparently what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to talk about. Well, apparently Super Megaforce is gonna be the next season after Power Rangers Megaforce, and they're gonna retain some stuff from Gokaiger, like with the Rangers transforming into past Rangers and stuff. They're gonna incorporate that using the Ghost Ranger suits, not the Gokaiger suits, which actually it kind of does make sense, but in a way it kind of disappoints most fans because they want to see the Gokaiger being adapted and all that stuff. But we don't know how much of the footage is gonna be used. That's the thing. So, but I hope essentially this is going to be something that leads up to Gokaiger or something like that, or maybe they just going to combine the series and make them both into Megaforce. I mean, I have no problem with it. It's just overall I can't really judge because for one I have not seen the series yet. I've seen Samurai and boy I can judge it now because it's awful. I'm sorry. The jokes were corny. They were dry. And it's like they keep talking. It's like, when those fight scenes where people are supposed to be fighting and not talking as much? Well, Power Rangers Samurai, they were talking a lot. And it was getting kind of very annoying because it's like, you're supposed to be fighting. You're not supposed to be making cracks and jokes and all that stuff. I mean, kids don't want to hear all that talking. They want to see action. That's why they want to watch Power Rangers, because for the action. Yeah, sure, you can have some dialogue, if you're holding a sword or you're fighting an enemy and they're kind of talking while they're dealing with the enemies, something like that. But you're not. But if you're just fighting them and you're talking while you're fighting, that does not make it interesting whatsoever. It makes it seem like, wow, these Rangers don't take their fight seriously. And it's like you're supposed to take the fight seriously, not supposed to be like, oh well, these guys are just bored. Like no, about that. Let's see. And we also confirmed the names of the villains. You already know, um, uh, Admiral Malcor, Virak, and Creepox. Creepox, it doesn't really sound like a name that sounds very threatening, but I'm guessing I guess they can't really. I don't know, for some reason now they can't really come up with any good names for these villains anymore, and it's good. That's kind of sad because I really wanted to get a better name. But I mean, that's my opinion. I'd like rather to have enemies have very interesting names and not just something that came out the blue. I mean, I know it's production time and all that stuff, but come on, you guys gotta come up with better names. I mean, it's like the value's going down for the names and stuff like that. I know it's not a big deal to everybody, but that's just something I wanted to bring up. That's my opinion. And they were sitting in high school. Who knows exactly what high school is going to be? People say rumors going to be Angel Grove, but that's proved to be false. Um, they are going to be using it. They have a base. I guess it's some kind of underground base. I don't know where exactly it's going to be at, but it does look like they're going to be underground. And I think I saw one of the pictures that they're going to have the Ranger keys and the underground base and stuff. And I saw a picture of them wearing their high school out uniforms. I'll probably post that as my video thumbnail. And it's basically all 5 of them wearing their school uniforms and looking pretty good. And Noah, the Blue Ranger, he's gonna be the nerd of the group. So he's gonna be the smart, intelligent guy that comes with all the plans and is basically talking the technical talk that most nerds do, or they're more smart guys. I should say nerds because I'm a nerd as well. Most smart guys come up with like the lingo that basically smart people use to sound intelligent or whatever intelligence they have and etc. Um, Overall, I like how the cast looks when they're in their costumes and stuff. They look really cool. Um, Especially Noah, he looks pretty cool. And they showed pictures of them with Ghost Knight. I mean, Ghost Knight. Well, I can't say Ghost Knight. Robo Knight. I still can't get over that name, Robo Knight. I'm like, they couldn't come up with any better name than Robo Knight. I mean, like I said before, her names with the villains. Like, I know it's not a big deal, but it's just something that it just kind of like you think about. It's like, why can't they come up with a better name? I mean, seriously, like. But that's powers for you. They're not gonna. They're not. The names aren't good. I don't care about the names. The important thing is if the show is good, the names and are just whatever. Let's see. And what else about to talk about? Let me check some. Oh, and apparently the Megaforce team is supposed to be having and Super Megaforce. There's supposed to be a Silver Ranger, so they're probably gonna use Gokai Silver, but we don't know how he's gonna be used, or maybe he's gonna be like and maybe he's gonna be American made Ranger. We're not sure what's gonna happen with the Silver Ranger. His name is Zader. That's all we know. And that's about it. That's pretty much the only thing I know. I know thus far that's concerning with Megaforce and how the show's gonna be set up. And they're gonna basically split the two seasons with 20 episodes for one and 20 episodes for the other one. And I kind of don't like that, but I guess there's nothing you can't really help that. It's only because of Nick that they want to do that. I bet you once after Megaforce probably ends, then maybe Saban could probably like move the series to another TV station where they can do the episodes like they want to, because otherwise we're gonna have to be waiting. The show's gonna be on hiatus, for numerous amounts of time, and we're gonna get annoyed by that because it's a mid-season finale. There's mid-season finales, and you have your season finales, and then you have your new season, and then those Christmas specials and holiday specials and all that stuff, and we're not gonna be seeing much of what's going on, and you're gonna be kind of disappointed where you're like, oh, like this is taking forever and stuff. And they're releasing the toys and all that stuff, so we're gonna be I've actually seen some in Walmart. They have most of all the Rangers. I haven't seen Robo Knight yet, or Virak, or the Lukis. They just have like the 5 regular Rangers, and they actually have their Zords are called Mechazords, not Megazords. Well, they're called Mechazords, like the separate vehicles, Megazords. But then you have the well, what I'm basically saying is that their headers, the things they put on their blasters and for their Zords, they're called the Dragon Zord, the Phoenix Zord, the Snake Zord, Tiger Zord. Like the little heads on them, they're called Zords. When they combine with the as the full Zord, they're called Mechazords. And once they combine together, they become the regular usual Megazords. So it's really interesting. They don't call them Zord. They're not called just Zords when they enter their full transformation. That's interesting too. And I guess they're keeping the Sky Brothers Zord and Land Brothers and Sea Brothers Zords and Night Brothers Zords and stuff. And they just have alternate combinations like the Land Megazord, Sky Megazord, and Sea Megazord. And then there are crazy combinations with the Gosei Grand Megazord, Gosei Great Megazord, and Ultra Gosei Great Megazord. All this names for these Zords is crazy, but I'd say it might be an interesting season. So I got my hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up too much, but I'm gonna at least watch the first couple episodes, and if I like them, then I'm probably gonna like them, probably more than what I do now, more than what most people like now. Just need to like maybe I gotta give the show a chance because who knows, maybe it might be good. But then it kind of makes me question how are they gonna do the setups where they fight Warstar first, then they fight the what you call it, the Toxic Beast, and then they fight the machine. Fight the Machine Empire. Well, not necessarily the Machine Empire from Zeo, but a new Machine Empire that's completely different. Let's see. And apparently the Robo Knight is supposed to appear in the 6th episode of Power Rangers Megaforce, which kind of begs the question, like, he doesn't actually make an appearance until like when the new Toxic Beasts come and take over the Warstar spot. So it makes you think like what his role is, how is he gonna play his role in the 6th episode, or will they just probably just keep him, like maybe he'll make an appearance, but he won't actually do anything until Toxic Beasts come. Well, the Yumaju, I mean. Well, you already know what I'm talking about, so I don't need to explain that. But it seems that this might be a good season, but we don't know that yet. We gotta see what happens, And apparently the Gosei Morpher will not only utilize the Power Rangers morphing and using their special elements and stuff. It's also gonna be I don't know, either they're gonna use the cards or they're gonna use the Ranger keys in the 2nd season, because I actually saw that when the Gosei Morpher that's in stores now, they have the cards that have like the past Ranger cards, like Law Force Red Ranger, Mystic Force Red Ranger, SPD Red Ranger, all those different types of cards you can use for the Gosei Morpher, and it calls his name out, like it's supposed to transform into that Ranger. So that might be either those, or we're gonna get the Ranger keys for those seasons. So we're not sure. Yeah, and we don't know much about how they're gonna make appearances for Gosei and Tenzo, because apparently it was supposed to have some kind of like original look to them, so not comparing them to their counterparts, which was Master Header and what was that other thing's name? Nah, I gotta go back now because I can't remember the robot assistant's name. I think his name was Datus. I think his name was Datus. I think, yeah, Datus. It was Master Header and Datus, and they're supposed to have some kind of original look to them. It's not similar to Power Rangers, Ghost Sager. So they might have like original appearances, which it kind of confuses you, because Datus does fight alongside with the Rangers in their Megazords, because he has his own like giant Megazord form for him. We don't know if they're going to use that in the series or not, because we're not going to sure if you're going to get like even a version of him in his Megazord mode or anything like that. So we're not sure. They might cut him out with the scenes with him, becoming the ally to the Rangers in the Megazord battles, but we're not sure. And I'm talking a little bit more about like probably next Power Ranger series that may come after this one. Let's see. Since Gokaiger is probably going to be the 2nd season for Super Megaforce, we're going to talk about how Go Busters will be adapted into Power Rangers. Let's see. Well, this series is kind of really hard to adapt just a little bit because the villains in this series do have human counterparts. They do have human, you know, human parent, right? Do they have, how do I explain this? They do have villains that give off a human appearance for the most part, and then later on they get monster forms. So what they probably might do is they're probably gonna shoot the original footage, original footage for the fights what they have with the enemies, and then once they get their monster forms later on, they'll shoot do send that footage for that. Um, with the three Rangers, they're probably gonna. I don't know, but they might not do this or not because this is not my series. If I was to make this, since it's been mostly based around like computers, technology, and all that stuff, I would say that this would be the best season to make it about, I don't know, video games or just all around like just based about cyberspace and all that stuff. Like the Rangers get transported to this, this computer world or this virtual reality world, and they have to fight their way to survive. But then, once after they get out of the dimension, the monsters follow them, follow them out of their from their world to the real world, and they continue their fight from there with the answer counterpart being he was at first the mate the he would be like the first, he'd be the main villain, but until he has to do with his master, the counterpart to Messiah, they have to like fight him and destroy him before they, because Enter would be the full, the new Messiah of the series, as he is now in the almost ending Go Busters episodes. With Escape, they probably gonna like probably edit her guns, probably not like they shoot lasers instead of like actual pistols and stuff, because they don't want guns in the series. They're probably have to use. They have no choice but to use the Buddy Roys because they do play an important role in the series. For their transformations, for the Zords, and for the fusion combination, for them having their super modes and stuff. Though Beat Buster and Stack Buster, I don't know what they might do with them. I don't know if they're gonna make Stack Buster a human or they're gonna keep the Buddy Roy part of him. I don't know. It just depends on what they want in their series. Because we already got Robo Knight for Megaforce, and they might have like another robot to become a ranger. It just depends on what's gonna happen, or how they want the series to be made. Let's see. And oh yeah, I've been keeping up with most of the Power Rangers series. I'm watching from the first series to Wild Force now, thanks to Netflix. Check it out. If you already got Netflix, check it out. It's $7 a month. It's $7, $8 a month. Just it's not that much. Check it out. It's good. You can watch any movies you want instantly. All that good stuff. It's terrific. I already purchased a DVD and I got it behind me right here on my desk or whatever, and it's pretty good. I can watch any season from Power Rangers up till Super Samurai, which I don't need to watch Samurai because I've already seen it because it's pretty much suckish, but oh well. But other than that, it was good. But other than that, all the seasons were good except for that series. Probably gonna watch every season until Megaforce appears, which probably, let's see, it's 2 weeks, and I'm already on the 12th episode of Wild Force, so I'm probably gonna finish watching every series. Probably up till I probably will stop. Probably be keeping up with the series probably until, let's see, Hmm. It probably won't be till like Down, maybe Down Thunder would be my hobby. Like when I stop watching for a while and then watch Megaforce. I can still watch both of them because actually, what I plan on doing after this, after I make these Power Ranger update videos and stuff, I'm gonna be doing a new Power Rangers video discussions. They're gonna be like be Power Ranger reviews, but they're not just be any Power Ranger reviews. They're gonna be called random Ranger reviews, which means that I'm gonna be doing an episode of any random episode that I've seen from any season, no matter what it is, and it has to be random. It can't be like the same episode of the same show afterwards. Unless it's a two-parter, then that's different. But other than that, I'm doing one episode for each episode of a different season of a different episode. So that, yeah, because I just want to try something different. Um, and I'll probably when I have enough time, I'll probably make the episodes probably sometime next week or probably in February because that's I'll be able to. My first episode is gonna be Megaforce, so I'm gonna be doing my check out my random Ranger review episode when in February, and first episode's gonna be Megaforce, so check that out. It's gonna, if it's a two-part, then I'll do one episode for that part, and then do the second, and then do part two for the next episode. But I only do exceptions for two-parters or two-parters or multiple-parters episodes. Not nothing more than that. So be on the lookout for that. And oh, and check me out on Facebook. And if you do have Facebook, then I have I'm part of a club um on Facebook that's all about Power Rangers and stuff. Check that out. And hit me up on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and we'll talk about Power Rangers. And I also have Google Plus, so if anybody want to do any hangouts like via web chat hangouts, then we can do that as well. And I want a lot more people to just hit me up, so we can talk about Power Rangers or Tokusatsu or Super Sentai or whatever. I'm a big fan of that. And as always, Anthony Davis 65. Peace, sayonara, have a great day, and Happy New Year, guys. Peace.